Divine Hustles, and today we are here with...
What's up, you guys? It's your boy JR. We are here today with Divine Hustle, about to get this interview going. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and on Instagram. And stay tuned and stay ready to watch.
Okay, how was your day today?
Good, just kind of relaxed. Didn't do much. It's my day off, so just kind of stood home and did something I hardly do, which is watch a lot of TV today. So just kind of relaxed, you know.
Let the brain take over with that television.
Yeah, most definitely.
And so you have a 9-to-5 as well as your music career?
I do. My hustle is working, and you know, I work at LAX, fixing things, getting my hands dirty, you know. But the minute I clock out, you know, I always end up at a studio somewhere, you know. So.
And how did that all start up? Why did you want to start with music, singing?
Well, music has always been it's always been a part of me. My mom always tells me that she has this I guess when I was a kid I figured out, I'm sure you'll remember, but we used to have cassettes, and we would cover a certain pocket of it, and you would be able to record yourself. So my mom says that she has this recording of me singing La Puerta Negra with my brother backing me up. Obviously I wasn't a good singer back then, but I guess it started since back then, but I just started to take him even more serious since 2012. 2010 and on is just when it started to get more and more, you know, so.
And when did you decide oh, I want to make this a career now? What age, what moment, what triggered that?
I think so in 2007, 2008, I met up with one of my cousins who I ended up finding out he did music. And he was a rapper, and he did Spanish rap. And I started to go to studios around that time, you know, and ever since then it got more of like an itch to want to record and stuff. You know, it was interesting to me, you know, and being behind scenes in the engineering room where they would record us, watching how they work, the whole process behind the actual product is what caught my attention. Then of course being around artists and all that, that's what made me even want to be more part of the music, apart from me already wanting to sing and stuff, you know?
Sick.
Yeah, so as far as me wanting to take it serious, it's just, I don't know, I like the whole music process, you know. The customers or the fans or whatever you want to call it, they like the music. And the music is dope, don't get me wrong, but the process behind it, sitting in the studio looking for a beat, vibing with not only myself, but other artists, it's hard to explain, you know, but if you have something you like to do for a hobby, and you know, you got to start somewhere to get a finished product. And so everything in between is my favorite part of it. And so once you get the final product, that's when you're damn, all that work we did to come up with this, that's dope, you know?
That's what we do it for.
Yeah, you know.
Sick.
That's what I enjoy the most. It's the process.
That's crazy, because I heard there's a saying where the process is a lot more enjoyable and better than when you finally get what you're craving or what you expected.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Where do you stand?
Well, for me, for example, I don't know if you've heard the saying where when an artist, they move on to the next song, right? So when you're done with a final product, let's say you did the mixing, the recording, the mixing, the mastering, all that, and then you get the product. As an artist, you're okay, what's next? I'm tired of hearing this song. Let's do another one. As you are going to start another project, that feeling comes back. You know, it's just
something new again.
Yeah, it's something new again, but it's a different a different project, you know. So I don't know, man. For me, it's just, I don't know. I guess you have to be in a studio to really understand, you know. Like I just like, for example, is there a hobby you have that
Painting.
okay. So from when you start painting to when you finish, what I'm sure even with us when we start the music process, our mind starts going crazy with melodies, with words and stuff like that. I'm sure you have a certain process that you go through as you paint or whatnot. So it's just every time a new project starts, it's that feeling comes, and the more you do and the better you get, like the more excited you become to work, and especially with other like-minded individuals, artists. When you come together as a collective, it's magic, you know. So
That's sick.
yeah.
It sounds like you're very passionate about it. I'm so glad you are. If you were to, continue.
It's just, I don't know, something, it consumes you, you know, and you don't want to let go of that. So that's why artists stay in studios. That's why they stay up all night, you know, just working and working, because it's apart from what's going on in regular life, that distracts you from regular life, and whatever you're going through in life, your emotions and your feelings come out when you're creating. I'm sure you understand that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like your therapy, your sanctuary.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. You know, I was explaining too much.
You're like, I gotta ramble to get this one way. It's okay. If you were to specify your influence or your music into a genre, what genre would you place yourself in? Because I know you're very versatile musically.
Man, for me, it's always been like, I've never wanted to be put into a box.
I see.
And I fight for that every time I go to create a song, because I don't want to be stuck to Spanish. I don't want to be stuck to R&B or gangster rap or just West Coast. I want to be able to work with an artist like Billie Eilish. I want to be able to work with artists with like Rihanna, Dr. Dre, Drake. You know, they're all versatile. You know, so. But if I was to say, it would have to be something like oldies, just because.
You can make up your own genre too, like come up with your own name for it.
Of course, just like in the regional Mexicano side, like all the artists, they came out with corridos tumbados and stuff like that. That's the goal one day, to hopefully be in a genre that hopefully I created, you know. But I would say oldies, just because they're soulful, they're
meaningful.
And they're just like old school rancheras, you know. It's more about the word than the hypeness about the song, you know. So I would say maybe oldies.
Sick.
That's the genre that I would see myself categorizing, you know, because that's what I grew up on. My dad used to listen to oldies. My mom used to listen to jazz, rancheras and stuff like that. So everything I grew up listening to is throwback, you know.
That's your influence.
Yeah.
I know being an artist and striving for that career is very difficult, especially since there's a lot of people out there doing that.
Yeah.
So what are some sacrifices that you faced having to have this career? Because you also have a 9-to-5 on top of that. So what are some sacrifices you go through to support your musical career?
There's many.
List them.
Relationships, time away from family, sleepless nights, and sometimes too, you don't come around as often that you would like to around your friends, your family, and stuff like that. So
how does that make you feel?
It sucks, you know, but it's a sacrifice that you got to make to be able to accomplish your goals. You know, like if it was for me, I'd honestly say I'd probably take off to Mexico and live in a little shack right by the ocean and just live day to day, you know. But
that's the goal.
If it wasn't for music, that would be like
what you've been done.
Yep, that's what I would be doing, you know. But I'm sacrificing everything for my family, you know, so that one day I can sit on a porch like this and have them running around, you know, my nephews, my nieces, have my tias in the kitchen making tamales or whatever the case may be, but just surround myself with family, and I'm working hard to do that. That's why I have my 9 to 5, to be able to support, I guess what people call a hobby, but for me, I want to turn my plan B into a plan A, so those are some of the sacrifices that you got to make to be able to accomplish whatever goal you have. If the whole painting thing, if that's something you want to pursue, there's going to be times where people are going to be out having a great time, and you might have this idea in your head, no, I got to get it down. Make sure you get it down, because it might not come back. You know what I'm saying? So I've been up at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, knowing I got to be at work at 7, trying to finish a song that I started writing.
It's them juices, those creative juices. You got to keep it going.
Time's valuable. That's I would say if one of the things I sacrifice the most is my time, just because that's something you can't get back.
Do you think it's going to be worth it? What, besides the materialistic things, like you said, you wanted a large space and all that, what is the overall goal? Because you are sacrificing a lot of time. We just previously said that the process is the best part, and when you finally get to the end goal, it's like, do you regret it or not, or do you want to continue that process?
Do I regret it? No, and here's why. My dad, he preaches sometimes, and he's into the whole church, and one thing he's always told me is, leave all your troubles and everything you have into God's hands, and everything will fall into place. If you're an artist or whatnot, whether it's painting, singing, writing, whatever it is, you can't carry that with you, because if you do, you're gonna stop your creative process. You're gonna have what's called writer's block. I've had writer's block for I think at one point I stopped doing music, and I didn't do music for 2.5, 3 years.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So then I came back in 2016 when my boy was, hey, come to the studio, and I ain't stopped since, So it's just, I don't regret anything. Do I regret time away from my family? Yes, but I know at the end of the day what I'm doing it for and who I'm doing it for, and I just gotta allow God to take care of my family, so that when I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm at my goal to be able to see my family enjoy not only enjoy but reap the benefits of my hard labor, then it'll be all worth it, So.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're sitting in LA. I can hear the traffic buzzing everywhere.
Yeah.
So, City of LA, that song.
I love LA?
Yes. Yeah. What was the whole process with that? What was the inspiration, the influence?
So, I've grown up all around LA all my life. I was one of those kids that never
stood in one place.
Yeah, this was me.
Everywhere.
As far as I can remember, Los Angeles, Bell, Paramount, Bellflower, Downey.
Oh yeah, you were everywhere.
South Central, Compton, Watts. I've been all over, So I got a lot of love for LA. LA has a lot of ups and a lot of downs, a lot of pros and a lot of cons, And at the end of the day, LA has made me who I am,
Who are you? Is that a question that anybody can actually answer honestly?
I'm just a regular guy who likes to create music. That's
it. That's a good answer.
But I Love LA. So there's two songs. There's I Love LA and Champions Are Made. I Love LA was just, I grew up listening to, and I'm sure he would agree with me, all those classics like Summertime and the LBC and tracks like that. So I grew up listening to songs like that, and I wanted to give my people. My music is for everybody. I don't want to exclude anybody from what I'm creating, but the music that I do create is for the raza, it's for our people, and along that process, I hope other cultures accept it and enjoy it just like how I know our people would enjoy it, So it's just showing a appreciation to LA, and showing LA that I got love for it, and plus we got some of the best teams. We got the Dodgers, we got the Lakers,
yeah.
We got LA Galaxy, now LAFC. We got so many teams. We got the Chargers. the Rams, you know. So it's just, I love LA, you know.
I love LA.
Yeah.
So we're at the Malaria Maria's, and he got the asada, and I got the pollo. You can have some if you want. And we're just gonna dig in,
Yeah.
cause I am hungry.
So asada.
Sí.
You ever done a toast with a taco?
No. You wanna do it?
Toast.
Cheers, toast.
It's good. It's definitely good. You use salsas? Oh, you put salsa. Is it spicy, the green one?
The green one's never spicy.
I don't need chile. I'm Mexican, bro, so what?
It's okay, I don't speak Spanish.
My grandma's from Nayarit, right? She never ate chile.
Never?
Never. And if she did, it was like watered down. You know? Y'all should definitely try these tacos. Where we at again?
The Malaria Maria's.
Yeah, y'all definitely should come out to Linwood. We're in Linwood, right?
What are you afraid of?
Not giving it my all. You know?
Why?
Because if you have a gift, if you have a God-given gift, everything that we do, every skill we have is given to us by God, you know? And if I'm not utilizing it to my max potential, then what am I doing it for? You know?
I never heard it put that way before. Because I always get yelled at for procrastinating.
Don't worry, an artist is like that. I do the same thing. Trust me.
On what projects?
There's times where, like for example, I went to a studio last night, and I had already recorded the song, but they remade the beat, and so it took me 3 months to record a hook.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say like 3 days.
No. But along the process, other songs have, came out. And it's like, for example, I was actually supposed to get that that song, the Champions Are Made song. I did that before I even put out finish this hook for somebody else. So it's just sometimes you just, as an artist, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you start a painting and you're like, I'm stuck. I'm gonna go back to it.
And I'll start another one.
Yeah,
I have so many unfinished canvases.
It happens sometimes, where you're working and you're just like, I can't get it. And one thing as an artist, you don't want to force it. Once you force it, then you're mentally blocking yourself. Sometimes you just need that breathing room. Sometimes you just need that space or that time away from music. There's times where I don't even listen to music in my car. There's times where I'm listening to beats or even songs that I've done, and I'm just like, I don't want to listen to it. Your mind gets foggy, when you're doing too much. So sometimes you just gotta de-escalate it and just fall back. And sometimes along the way, a project comes in, and you're like, oh shit, I feel this one, and then you go back to that one.
I know.
It's gonna happen, if you're ever in that situation where you're everything's just being blocked or foggy, just let it be and you come back to it,
I heard a lot of people were calling you like Nate Dogg and stuff. How do you feel about that? Especially since like you're Latino straight out of like LA making music. How does that feel?
I mean, it's a compliment at the end of the day, But at the same time, I want people to understand and know that us as Latinos, we got to stop can I say without offending?
It's okay. Be as raw as you want.
We have to stop other people. I mean, it's gonna happen regardless whether we want to or not. But they need to say, "Damn, that's JR." Oh, that's the Mexican Nate Dogg. That's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's dope that they consider me in that category of Nate Dogg. But at the same time, Raza has to stop putting us with them and really just saying, "Damn, that's JR," and that's it. You know, yeah, I might sound like Nate Dogg. I might have that vibe and all that. But at the end of the day, I'm JR, you know?
Do you feel it's because, like, that title, that name was already created? Or is it because the hip-hop culture and all that diversity?
No, it's more so, how can I say it? It's more so for
Representing a Latin community.
yeah, you know. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with people calling me they say the Mexican Nate Dogg, you know, and I think that's dope. But at the end of the day, me having my stamp, like for example, Jay-Z has his stamp, Dr. Dre has his stamp, Nate Dogg has his stamp. That's what I'm trying to create, you know, and it's dope. Just because obviously Nate Dogg is an influence of mine, you know, just like what's his name? What's his name? Cocaine.
Cocaine has an influence on you?
Not the drug, but as he's a singer too, just like Nate Dogg, you know. That guy is the most featured artist in songs. If you know who Cocaine is, I'm sure you do know. What's the use of the truth if you can't tell a lie sometimes? Check out the Snoop Dogg album, The Last Meal. It's one of my favorite albums. But I think it's dope. At the end of the day, I think it's dope. But I think Raza needs to just put us, that's JR, or that's Divine Hustle, or that's, you know, like my boy, that's the face of LA, or, you know, just different people I work with, you know. So I think it's great, but I think it also it can affect, you know, oh, he sounds like Nate Dogg, you know. So
I feel you. You want your own title.
I do. Got to have that crown, you know.
You'll get it.
Yeah. How they say, how my grandma used to say, si Dios quiere. You know?
No, I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, remember?
Oh, that's right. God willing, as they say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The path paved for you, pretty much? Can we hear you sing now?
What do you want me to sing? You want me to do Champions Are Made, the hook, or? Yeah.
Both of them.
I haven't sang the I Love LA in a while, so I might be off key for that one, but I'll definitely do Champions Are Made.
You could use your water bottle like a microphone. Yeah, see? It works. It works.
This is Champions Are Made. I woke up today with a beautiful day. I was blessed to see another sunny day in LA. It's the city of dreamers, and where champions are made. It's the city I call my home to live and die in LA. We're all champions, man.
Oh my God! It's one thing to hear it on a speaker and to hear it in the car, but it's another thing to hear it live.
Yeah.
Thank you!
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Live is the way to go, man.
Yes, your voice is so strong.
That's why I like the whole R&B stuff and the English music. It's dope, but that's why I prefer to sing Spanish music, because with Spanish music, there's just something about live music that just, you know, you get a feeling that you just can't explain. So.
I think if I were to label you as a genre, it wouldn't be oldies. It would be like soul. You have that voice, or like, yeah, I don't know. You have like I felt it in my bones, dude. I did. That was crazy.
Yeah.
What's the other one? You said there's two.
There's the I Love LA.
Yeah.
So that one I haven't sang in a while, so I might be. I try to sing it.
Okay. You did good the last one. I believe in you.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put that one to my ear, just so I don't sing it all bad.
Okay. I blanked on the titles because I just kept on thinking, like replaying your voice in my head. Thank you for the new music box in my head.
Let me see. Here we go. I love cruising through my city. I love LA. We be chilling on the south side Sunday. It's my favorite kind of day. Out here chilling with the homies, barbecues and families. Ain't no place I'd rather be. I love LA. And then that one too is also, it's like a lower tone, you know. So yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, but those songs are specifically for LA, you know.
Yes.
That's where we're starting, and that's what we're doing it for too, you know.
That was the goal of writing those two songs, is like to pave the way for
Los
LA.
Angeles, you know.
And as Latins too.
Yeah.
I love that. Continue.
The first one, the I Love LA, is for the homies, the barbecues and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Now the Champions Are Made it has more substance. Like for example, when I wrote the hook and it says, I woke up today, what a beautiful day. Where we come from, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, you know, with the gangs and all that stuff. I have family who are gang members. I have friends who are gang members, you know, so that culture's rough. The streets are rough, you know. And
how did that affect or influence your music or you as an individual?
Well, I've been around it all my life. With my pops being from a neighborhood, uncles, primos, you know, just I've been around it all my life, you know, but it's never been me, you know. So with that hook, not many of us get to wake up and see another sunny day in LA, you know. So that's what that means for me when I wrote that. And when I'm talking about City of Dreamers, we're all dreamers here in LA. But I'm also talking about the DACA kids, you know, champions, you know, where champions are made. We're all fighting to be champions here in LA, you know. There's LA's crowded, and I'm sure you're aware of that. So
traffic for days.
But at the same time, I'm also talking about the Lakers, the Dodgers, you know, now the Rams more so. We actually dropped that song and the video. We dropped the video the day that the Rams won the Super Bowl, you know, so
it all worked
there's
out.
substance behind it, you know, so that's, if you notice, the Champions Are Made is more, if you listen to it, that's a Mustang. Make sure y'all go buy a Mustang, not a Camaro. No, I'm just kidding. But if you listen to the song and you listen to what my brother's saying, you know, Baldacci, you listen to what he's saying is you know, he knows that God's trying to send a message, you know, and in the meantime, he's just being patient, you know. So they're two tracks for LA, but they both have a different meaning, you know. So hopefully LA, you know, works with it or fucks with it, you know. So.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
Anything you like to get off your chest?
As far as
deepest, darkest secret. No, I'm just kidding.
I ain't trying to go to jail. No, I'm just kidding.
Anything. What's been overcrowding your mind? What's been something that's slowing down your week?
Slowing down my week?
Yeah.
Man, I wish it would have been slower. I've been so busy, you know, just with work and going to studios, and like yesterday I went to a studio. I was there for like 6-7 hours just writing down hooks, you know. So but as far as getting something off my chest, I mean, I don't have any animosity towards anybody. I let bygones be bygones. But if I'm gonna say something, I just wanna say, you know, I appreciate everybody who's been working with me, people who really fuck who really fuck with me genuinely, you know, and it's not something that they're looking to get out of, you know. So I'm just thankful to have the team behind me, both not only with the Effort music, but also MA music, you know, on the Regional Mexicano side, you know. So I'm just grateful overall, you know. So
sick. Last two messages. So our first message is gonna go out to hustlers following their dreams, grinding, putting in that work.
A message to the hustlers: you're gonna fall, you're gonna stumble, you're gonna run into obstacles. People are gonna tell you no. Keep going. If you fall, get back up. If you come towards a dead end, find another way. And for those that tell you no, it's just, you should use that as motivation to continue to keep going and find a door that's actually going to say yes. You know, don't give up. Follow your dreams.
What if it? Oh, continue. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. So like Nipsey Hussle said this phrase, right? And I don't remember exactly word for word, but it was saying towards like, it's easier to keep going than to stop. You know, so if you stop everything you've done, all the sacrifices, yeah, you feel me? So just keep going. Never stop. Keep that hustle.
What about when you face like financial disruptions? So you're trying to pursue it, but you either don't have the resources or you don't got enough money to pursue it anymore.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, you know. As you get older, like for me, I don't have kids. I'm not married or none of that because everything that I've been doing with the music, you know, it's a sacrifice you gotta make, and hopefully with the sacrifices that you make, at the end, God will give you what you've been wanting in abundance, you know. So financially, you just got to prepare yourself, you know, and create music when you can.
Or your craft.
If financially you can't go record at a studio or buy a beat or just whatever it is that you have to do with the music, if financially you can't do it, there's a time and a place for everything. Just because you can't go pay somebody to record, if you have a beat, right? If you have an instrumental that you can write to, do that. You don't even have to have a beat to write. You know, like when it comes to Spanish music, I'll listen to an old school track and stuff like that. But when it comes to writing, sometimes I hear a melody in my head, you know, and I go based off of that. But just because, that's what I mean, obstacles. If there's a wall financially, if that's a wall, you got to find a way. So while that wall is either going to open up for you or you find another route, you can still continue to write. You still continue to influence yourself, listen to music, write notes. You know, there's obstacles, but there's ways around it. You know, so financially, it's gonna happen. You know, and if you have kids, or you're married, or you have, you know, major bills, it's gonna be even harder. But no, not necessarily because look, I've always believed in cues, right? And what I mean by cues is quality over quantity. I'd rather write one hell of a song that took me, let's say, 2 months to financially raise or save money to compare to writing 10 songs and they're half-ass songs just to put out there. Because that one song might be a great song for you and it might get you to where you need to get to. And then financially, you're not gonna have an issue, you know? So it's just, it all depends how you look at it, you know? If you look at a financial stability as a burden, it's gonna be a burden to you. And if you look at it just as an obstacle, with an obstacle, you can go around it. You can go over it, you can go around it, you can dig under it, you know? So where there's a will, there's a way.
Nice, I like that. I like that a lot, it gives me motivation. I've been trying to travel and stuff, I ain't got the money for it. But it's okay, there's a will, there's a way, as JR said. Okay, and then our last message is gonna go out to the youth.
To who?
The youth.
Oh, the youth? Life is hard. You don't need to have everything figured out. Just whatever your mind is set to, whatever your heart is set to, just know that you don't have to have everything figured out, but find a way to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Society puts this label as when you turn 18, you have to go to college, you have to, get your bachelor's, your master's, and all that.
Yeah.
You know, and like I tell my sister Darlene, don't worry about having everything figured out. You're in a place where mom and dad are still, providing a roof over your head. Use that advantage that others don't have to be able to get or accomplish your goals. So just to the youth, the world is crazy. Don't let it consume you, and enjoy life because it's precious. That's it.
I like that. Because it's like, as 18, it's just like, man, so this is the world, and I just got a little taste of it, and it's like,
You're just starting.
I want to go to Neverland. I don't want to be in this reality. It's okay. If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough, but it's just, you're gonna get beat up. It's up to you if how you want to absorb the punches. You want to let them affect you, they're gonna affect you. If you want to take them as lessons, there's no losses, there's only lessons. So life's hard, but it's up to you how you want to make it.
Yo, I'm gonna turn into a bouncy ball. So when they punch me, it just like ricochet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks. Be kind, support each other, and keep hustling. Share your ads and socials where people can follow you and find your music.
So you can find me on Instagram. Instagram is where I mostly do everything. I have Facebook and TikTok. I need to get better at TikTok, but on Instagram you can find me under the letter J, the letter R _ effort with an X between the F's. You can find me on Apple Music. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on TikTok. Same thing, JR _ effort with an X between the F's.
YouTube.
YouTube as well. You can find me under the same thing. And check me out. I'm all over the place.
Summer playlist, LA civilian music. Heard it here, folks. Be kind, support each other, and keep hustling.
Shout out to Divine Hustle.